Hello, my name is Leanne Thomason and I'm a licensed acupuncturist. And I'm going to present to you the ear protocol for self-acupressure beads. And we'll be working together to understand why the ear is important, how to apply the ear beads, and how to get the most out of this process over the next several weeks. Ear points are reflection of the entire map of the ear. And in Chinese medicine, we see the ear as an inverse map of the entire body. So you can treat so many systems by working with the ear exclusively. And we will look at the body as an entire inverse map on the ear. So this would be the head, this would be the spine, this should be the hip, the knees, and then the internal organs are at the deeper well of the ear. The ear points, when they are stimulated by acupressure with our fingers, with the beads and seeds and tacks and or needles, all have a reflexive action that causes a bunch of different chemical responses in your body. So we decrease chemical hormones like cortisol, which are stress chemicals. We increase the powerful effects of the pain relieving chemicals, endorphins, as well as reset some of the balances of the neurotransmitters in the brain itself. We do increase blood circulation, not just to the ear, but the entire brain. This helps with addiction. It helps with cravings. It helps with stress. We use it in the field for treating first responders and community members all over the world. And just the ear protocol alone is something that we at Healing Opportunities offer for organizations, for nonprofit, for caregivers, for first responders, as well as community members to help mitigate the negative effects of stress. And that's what we're here to do today. So before we get started with the actual protocol, I do want to make sure that you have the tools right in front of you. So firstly, some people may have received a packet in the mail that includes their ear seeds and other pieces. If you did receive that, go ahead and pull that out and take some of those items out of there. What you'll see is usually a little map of the ear that I'll be showing on my screen in just a moment. You'll see this little ear cleaning wipe for the ears, and then you'll have a packet of beads and or seeds that you'll set those aside. Some people may not have received that packet, and that is fine. We'll be doing some ear acupressure. If you then do get a hold of some of those ear seeds, you can come back to this video again. So what I want to start with, we'll just set all those items to the side. I want to start with an ear massage. So what we're going to do is we're going to take your sets of index finger and thumb, and we're going to pinch the top of the ear and we're going to roll. So we're just kind of rolling through the outside of the ear. This would be the outside of the body and spine, kind of just the external skin here, and coming all the way down to the earlobe. I do both at the same time. If it's hard for you to focus, you can do just one ear at a time. And in the next, we'll come down to just the next line down. So that inner line is actually, in Chinese medicine, we consider this the spine. So right here, I'm in the low back. This whole area is the kidney and then the low back. And we're coming all the way down that spinal area. What I want you to do is pause. There may be a moment or a spot where you notice some resistance, some discomfort or pain. You spend a little bit of time there that's working it out. Right here, my neck point is feeling a little rough. So I'm going to roll a few more times there just to soften that area. And when you feel that tension release, you can just take a nice breath in and out to allow the rest of your body to kind of release that inner tension. And you're going to see how red your ear is becoming, like mine, and it'll feel warm. You see, this ear is not nearly as red, didn't get as much of that massage. So what we're going to do is just take a few more rounds. You're going to go that outer layer, and then we're going to go that inner spinal layer all the way down, and then we're going to come back into that organ system layer, that kind of deeper well of the ear on both sides. And then when you get to the bottom, you kind of pinch and just tug down. So you're pulling down on those ears at a 45-degree angle that causes a movement all the way through the inner ear into the eustachian tube, and it has this sort of releasing effect. Just take a few moments there, breathe in, and feeling any tension you're holding in your head, your heart, your body, releasing on the exhale. So the beauty of this is at your fingertips at any moment, prior to going to a meeting or coming out of a stressful moment. That's a great practice to also get prepared for the ear pressure that we're about to do. So we're going to go ahead and take, if you do have your kit, you're going to take your ear wipe and we clean both ears. When I am in the field or when our team is out in the field, both at organizations or being deployed with the Medical Reserve Corps out in the kind of the emergency treatment, we'll hand someone this little wipe and they wipe their own ear. So go ahead and clean that. It's really important that we maintain that proper cleanliness in the ear. And set that aside and let that dry for just a moment. We'll let that, we want that tape of our points to stick properly. Alcohol dries pretty quickly, so you just let that dry off. And now we're going to go ahead and take your ear points, whatever type that you have. And we're going to take that piece and peel the tape right off the platform. And I'm using ear tacks today because that is what I have in my home kit. So we're going to take this and we're going to apply to 3 different points. We're going to do Shedmen, and we're going to do liver, and we're going to do heart. So I'm going to share my screen for just a moment. And we usually use these 5 main points. So in the purpose of using this tape method, the tape takes up more space and it's harder to reach. So we focus on the points here, 2, 4, and 5. That's Shedmen, liver, and lung and heart. The Shedmen point is just in that corner of the triangular fossa right there. And it's for calming the nervous system, for releasing pain, calming anxiety, depression. And we use it also for lowering blood pressure, which is amazing when we are in a stressful response. Both first responders out in the field or workers who would visit at their actual locations of work. We next move to the liver, which is tucked underneath in the corner pocket of that spinal ridge point right there. So we'll come to that. And liver is a detoxifying agent. It helps with cravings. It helps with flexibility and cleaning your body of all of its chemical responses, as well as balancing hormones. Then we move down to point 5, which is right in the well, the deepest point of the eardrum or ear well area. And that balances stress, calms the heart, reduces anxiety, but because it's also connected to the lungs, it helps boost immune function and support respiration. So we're going to go ahead and do those points now, and I'll demonstrate. So you're going to take that point, that tape, and just find that triangular fossa. You may want to find a mirror to look in as well, or you can use your phone and reverse the camera, so you can use that as a mirror also. So I just did Shedmen. I am coming to that inner part of the ridge, and I'm doing liver. You can tell that I've done this a lot. Take your time. It doesn't have to be exact. As I showed you, the whole body is mapped on the ear, so you'll be getting effects in multiple systems, regardless of where you actually put the point. And right deep in the basin of that ear point. And now we're going to do the other side. The important thing to keep in mind is that these points, while initially they may feel okay, sometimes they can start to feel a little uncomfortable. If that is the case, you can always feel free to take those out. These points can stay in for 20 minutes to up to 5 days. And that's an amazing constant reflection into your nervous system, creating a biofeedback of wellness. That when you sustain that level of information from the points to your body 5 days in a row, it really starts to have a deep rewiring of how your body is dealing with stress on the daily basis. So these points, after 5 days, you'll take them out, give them a day or two of rest, and then The beautiful thing is you can watch this video again or just look at the map you've received and use the extra points you've received in your packet and do this entire protocol again. So we're going to take just a moment with those ear beads and seeds. After you've applied them, you just take a hold of each one and just hold and breathe, releasing tension from your brain and your spine. Just draining any tension out and down the tailbone. And now we're going to the mid-body, into that liver, the digestive system, and releasing tension there, breathing in. Releasing tension from your tummy and digestion, cleansing your hormone system. And finally into the heart, the places you've been holding grief or sadness from the lungs or anxiety or stress in your heart. Just take 2 breaths in and out. Thanking your heart, releasing tension. I usually recommend that people, after they've gone through that acupressure, they take at least 5 to 20 minutes. But this is a protocol that will benefit you ongoingly. So I really appreciate you being here with Healing Opportunities, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.